How's it going, laser baristas? I'm Bobby Sixkilla, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, but today we are going to be going through and getting some max IV Dittos, or 5 IV Dittos, whatever we can get, realistically. And I thought I'd bring you through the process that I'm using. I did not come up with the process myself. I watched it on a video by Austin John Plays, which I will link in the description below. But I thought I'd run you through what I'm doing as well, and maybe we'll get a breeding guide done. I mean, I'm way behind the mark of everyone else, but for those of you who are watching my playthrough, I'm getting ready for a competitive team that I can play against you guys. So let's get underway with catching these max IV Dittos, because it's kind of the first thing you really need to do if you're planning to make a competitive team. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is travel to the nursery here in the wilds area. You can just fly directly to here. After that, you're going to want to go into your settings, and you're going to change the text speed to slow, and you're going to change the autosave and turn it off. And then you're going to save those settings, and then once you've done that, you're going to need a wishing piece, which you can get from the watch trader right here next to the nursery where we started. Just buy as many as you want to have Dittos. It'll take a few, so get a few if you can afford it, and then head back to the den. And then once you get there, you're going to throw the wishing piece in. And then once you're doing that, you want to have your finger ready on the home button on the Switch. You throw it in, you go to save, and then you immediately hit the home button as the color comes up. Like that, and then it was red, so you're going to close the game, and you're going to keep repeating that. Go back in, do it again. You're going to repeat that until you get a purple light. This can take quite a few attempts. I did forget to mention before that you need to save before you activate the den, so that when you reset you're standing right in front of the den. That's important. And there, it was red again, so we're going to reset, and maybe I'll skip ahead to the purple one because it does take a few attempts regularly. Okay, so this took about 7 attempts this time. This is our 7th attempt. This one will be the purple one. There we go. So you jump back in and then let it save, and then we're going to go in and see what star it is. See, this is 5 stars, so we're going to battle it right away, but if it's not 5 stars, I should probably show you what to do in that particular instance. Also, I've heard that it was best to use legendaries against it, because you can't transform into a Dynamax version of a legendary because they don't have Dynamax versions. So that's something. I'm just using a level 100 Rillaboom though, so that works too. I haven't had too much trouble with just using a level 100 Rillaboom. I'm going to show you what happens if you don't get 5 stars though. Hang on a second. Alright, so here we go. We're going to get another purple beam this time. There it is. Now we're going to jump in and we're going to see what star we're going to have. In this case it's only 4 stars. We want 5 stars, so you're going to go invite others. Once that's up, you're going to hit the home button. You're going to go down to your system settings, and you're going to go down to system, and you're going to go date and time, and you're going to move it forward 1 day, and then you're going to go back to it, and then you're going to quit out. And then once it's done quitting out, you're going to activate the den again. You'll get your 2000 watts again, and it'll re-roll the stars. If this time it's only 3 stars, so we're going to do it again. Invite others, hit the home button, go to system settings, not sleep mode, system settings, move it forward 1 day, and that will re-roll it. And you just do that over and over until you get a 5-star one. That only guarantees 4 max IVs, but it makes 5 max IVs more likely. So the higher the stars, the more likely you are to have really high IVs. Having said that, in the 3 hours that I did it, I ended up with 2 5 IV Dittos and a dozen 4 IV Dittos. So it still takes a long time, and no 6 IV Dittos. That's near impossible. But I'll show you now which, when we did get some, I'll show you the good ones we did get, which I'll be using for breeding. Also, I've started a section in the Discord server. If you're not a member of the Discord server, jump in down below. I'll be giving away like high IV Pokemon that I've bred. At the moment we've got a Weezing, a 5 IV Weezing and a 5 IV Applin that you guys can grab if you're interested. All you have to do is jump in the Discord server and hit me up. Alright, we are going to... I'll just wait until we finally get a 5-star here. Sometimes it can take a lot of resets to get anything done. It's a really tedious, long, boring process. At least you get lots of watts out of this though. There you go, 5 stars once again. Now we'll go in and we'll do the battle this time. Let's see, you see how it goes down. It's pretty simple. They are strong, and it really depends on what he turns into and if he has imposter or not. I find it much easier if he doesn't have imposter, because we can lay down max knuckle while he's still a normal type before he turns into something else. Makes life a lot easier, I think. It might be easier if you did have a legendary, but from my experience, he often turns into your ally Pokemon, not just you. So, it doesn't really, like, even if you had, like, Eternatus or something, which he can't turn into while he's Dynamax, he might just turn into one of your allies anyway, so I don't really see the difference. But this just plays out as per normal. You just keep laying max knuckle on him pretty much to break his shields. That's what I've been doing in all the raid battles pretty much. Just keep going max knuckle, because max knuckle takes out 2 shields anyway. So it's pretty effective, even if it's not very effective, it's still pretty effective. I'm just gonna fast forward ahead. Alright, that's better. Nice and quickly. Get this over with. He's not usually that much of a threat, and well, I mean, the only real threat is your allies bring such shit Pokemon. Half the time they bring a Magikarp and they go down real easy, and if your allies get knocked out 4 times you lose, which is pretty crap. Or you could just invite real people that'll bring, you know, proper Pokemon. Not fucking Soul Rocks. Goddamn Soul Rocks. Anyway, sorry, the Soul Rocks trigger me from our playthrough, you know. Soul Rocks. Shitheads. Anyway, you're gonna bring the Ditto down, you're gonna catch the Ditto, and yeah, you're just basically gonna repeat this whole process over and over and over and over and over until you've got all the Dittos you want. I've been trying to catch many, not so much for the high IVs. I need at least one with like 5 IVs though, but more so that I've got ones of multiple natures. Still trying to get a jolly one, still trying to get a modest one. I've got adamant, I've got timid, I've got bold. There's a few that I still want though, like impish, yeah. Because there's a few natures that are like staples. Mainly adamant, modest, jolly and timid. Those are the 4 staple ones, but you know, bold, impish, careful, so a lot of those are pretty useful as well for tank Pokemon or wall Pokemon, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just show you some of the Pokemon we did get out of it in the end. I don't know whether I was pulling better or worse, but we got a whole bunch of 4 IVs, we got a couple of 5 IVs. I spent about 3 hours at it. I carried on at it after this, but I never got anything better again. I got 2 5 IVs, a bunch of 4 IVs, enough to get started with the breeding anyway, and I hope that helps you guys out with getting to know how to do it yourselves. Well, I know that was probably a rambling and incoherent video, but I just wanted to let you guys know what I was doing and maybe to be some help to you, if at all possible. We did get enough to start breeding, and yeah, like I said in the video, if you guys want to have a chance at grabbing some perfect IV Pokemon, jump into the Discord. We got a new Pokemon section there. Just hit me up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.